Hey there, fellow preppers and survival enthusiasts. Welcome back to Reliable Prepper. I'm absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because we're about to dive into a topic that could literally be a game changer for you and your loved ones. Imagine this. Disaster strikes when you least expect it, be it sudden civil unrest, a natural catastrophe, or something entirely unforeseen. What would you do? How prepared are you? Today we're unveiling the ultimate bug-out plan, a comprehensive guide to evacuate fast and safely when every second counts. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single detail because this could make all the difference when it truly matters. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and join our community on Facebook for more invaluable tips, updates, and discussions on staying prepared. All right, let's jump right into it. So, let's start with the basics. Why is bugging out so important? Well, think about it. Urban environments, as exciting and vibrant as they are, can quickly become the epicenter of crises. Did you know that over 80% of the world's population lives in cities? That's a massive concentration of people, which makes urban areas particularly vulnerable during disasters. Whether we're talking about widespread riots, severe weather events, or industrial accidents, cities can become dangerous and unstable in a matter of hours. In these situations, staying put might not be the safest option. That's where bugging out, evacuating quickly and efficiently comes into play. Bugging out means leaving your home, possibly for an extended period, in response to a crisis. While some folks advocate for staying and fortifying their homes, there are times when evacuating isn't just advisable, it's necessary. The key is recognizing these situations and having a well-thought-out plan ready to go. Imagine a wildfire approaching your neighborhood or a chemical spill that forces immediate evacuation. In these cases, every second counts. Being unprepared can lead to panic, poor decision-making, and potentially dangerous situations. Having a bug-out plan minimizes uncertainty and boosts your chances of reaching safety swiftly. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know when it's time to bug out? Great question. The decision isn't one to take lightly. Leaving too early might expose you to unnecessary risks or leave you stranded without resources. On the flip side, waiting too long could mean getting caught in the chaos or being unable to leave due to roadblocks or traffic jams. So, what's the solution? Stay informed and have predetermined triggers that signal it's time to go. First things first, monitoring events closely is crucial. Sign up for government alerts and emergency notification systems. These can provide real-time updates on weather conditions, evacuation orders, and other critical information. Keep an eye on trusted news sources, both local and national, to get a comprehensive view of the situation. Social media can also be useful for real-time updates. Always cross-reference information from multiple sources to make sure it's accurate. Local community groups, neighborhood apps, and even ham radio networks can offer valuable insights into what's happening around you. These platforms can alert you to localized issues that might not make it into mainstream news immediately, like nearby fires, floods, or civil disturbances. Early warning signs might include escalating violence during protests, sudden changes in weather patterns indicating an approaching storm, or unusual activity at nearby industrial facilities. If authorities issue an evacuation order, take it seriously. It's better to be safe than sorry. Remember, official warnings are often based on expert assessments of risks that may not be immediately obvious to the public. Establishing personal bug-out triggers is essential. These could be specific events like prolonged power outages, nearby industrial accidents, or signs of civil unrest creeping closer to your neighborhood. For example, if you live near a chemical plant, any reports of leaks or explosions should be a trigger. If you notice a significant increase in police or military presence, or if communication networks start failing, these could be signs that it's time to enact your plan. Also, consider your personal circumstances. If you have family members with special needs, pets, or small children, you might need more time to evacuate. In such cases, erring on the side of caution and leaving earlier might be the best move. Remember, it's easier to return home if the situation stabilizes than to evacuate in the midst of chaos. All right, so you've determined it's time to bug out. What's next? Having a strategic evacuation plan is your roadmap to safety. This plan ensures that every family member knows their role and potential obstacles have been considered. Let's break down how to create an effective plan. First up, mapping out your routes. Don't rely on just one path to safety. Identify primary, secondary, and even tertiary routes out of your area. Your primary route is the fastest and most direct way out, usually via major roads or highways. But keep in mind, these can become congested quickly during an evacuation. Traffic jams not only delay your escape, but can also become dangerous if tensions rise among stranded motorists. That's why it's vital to have alternative routes that use side streets or back roads. These routes might take a bit longer under normal circumstances, but could be quicker during mass evacuations. Use local maps to identify these paths and note any potential choke points like bridges or tunnels that could become bottlenecks. Sometimes you might need to evacuate on foot. This could be due to impassable roads, vehicle failure, or other unforeseen circumstances. In such cases, get familiar with pedestrian paths, trails, or even utility easements that can lead you out of the danger zone. It's a good idea to physically walk these routes ahead of time to get a feel for them. Pay attention to the terrain. Are there steep inclines, water crossings, or other obstacles? Consider factors like elevation, flood zones, and potential hazards along your path. While we all love our GPS and smartphone maps, technology can fail. Cell towers might be down or overloaded, and electronic devices can run out of battery. Always keep a detailed paper map of your area with your routes highlighted. This old-school tool can be a lifesaver when all else fails. Consider laminating your maps or storing them in waterproof sleeves to protect them from the elements. Destination planning is just as important as knowing how to get there. Identify safe locations ahead of time. Near-term locations might be a friend or family member's house just outside the danger zone. Make sure you've discussed your plan with them so they're prepared to receive you. For long-term situations, consider places farther away, like a cabin, a designated shelter, or even a hotel in a safer area. If possible, have multiple destinations in different directions in case one area is also affected by the crisis. Communication is key during an evacuation. Establish a clear plan with your family. Set meeting points in case you get separated. For example, designate a spot near your home, one within your neighborhood and another outside your immediate area. While cell phones are convenient, have backup communication methods like two-way radios or a prearranged check-in schedule. Make sure everyone knows important phone numbers by heart or carries a written list. Consider setting up a family emergency communication plan, including an out-of-town contact who can relay messages between separated family members. Now let's talk about one of the most critical parts of your bug-out plan, the bug-out bag, or BOB for short. This bag should contain everything you need to survive for at least 72 hours. Let's dive into what you should pack. Starting with water and hydration, it's essential to have multiple ways to access safe drinking water. Pack a portable water filter or purification tablets. A device like a life straw is lightweight and allows you to safely drink from natural water sources like streams or ponds. Collapsible water bottles are great space savers and can be filled as needed. Also, think about packing electrolyte powders to replenish vital salts and minerals lost during stress or physical exertion. Dehydration can really impair your judgment and physical abilities, so prioritize water. For food, focus on non-perishable, high-calorie items. MREs, meals ready to eat. Energy bars, dehydrated meals, and nut butters are excellent choices. They provide the energy you need and have a long shelf life. Dried fruits and nuts are also good options. They're nutritious and lightweight. Remember to consider any dietary restrictions or allergies in your family. Pack enough food to sustain you for at least 3 days, but if space allows, include extra. When it comes to clothing, pack weather-appropriate items. Layering is crucial because it allows you to adjust to changing temperatures. Include moisture-wicking base layers to keep sweat away from your body, insulating mid-layers like fleece or wool, and a waterproof outer layer to protect against rain or snow. Don't forget essentials like extra socks and underwear. Keeping dry is vital to prevent hypothermia or other health issues. A sturdy pair of boots or walking shoes is also a must. Avoid sandals or open-toed shoes. A comprehensive first aid kit is non-negotiable. Include bandages in various sizes, antiseptic wipes, adhesive tape, pain relievers like ibuprofen or acetaminophen, and any personal medications you may need. If you have specific health conditions, pack at least a week's supply of necessary medications, along with copies of prescriptions. Consider adding items like tweezers, a thermometer, a CPR face shield, and an emergency blanket. Knowledge of basic first aid can make a significant difference, so consider taking a course if you haven't already. Fire-making tools are also essential. Pack waterproof matches, a reliable lighter, and a ferrocerium rod, which works even when wet. Having multiple ways to start a fire increases your chances of success in different conditions. Fire can be used for warmth, cooking, signaling for help, and purifying water. For tinder, cotton balls soaked in petroleum jelly stored in a waterproof container can be a real game changer. They ignite easily and burn for an extended period. Don't forget tools and navigation aids. A high-quality multi-tool can perform various functions, from cutting to opening cans. Look for one with pliers, a knife, a saw, and screwdrivers. A sturdy, fixed-blade knife can also be invaluable for tasks like preparing food or building shelter. A compass and local maps are crucial, especially if you're venturing into unfamiliar areas. A headlamp is also handy. It keeps your hands free while providing light. Pack extra batteries or consider rechargeable options with a portable solar charger. For personal safety, consider items like a whistle, flashlight, or personal alarm. These can help you signal for help or deter potential threats. A small mirror can also be used for signaling over long distances. Pepper spray is another option for self-defense, or a firearm, if you're familiar with how to use it safely. Hygiene items shouldn't be overlooked. Pack travel-sized toiletries like toothpaste, a toothbrush, biodegradable soap, hand sanitizer, wet wipes, and toilet paper. Maintaining hygiene can prevent illness and boost morale. For women, include feminine hygiene products. A small towel and a change of underwear can make a significant difference in comfort. Include copies of important documents in a waterproof pouch. Things like identification, insurance policies, medical records, and emergency contact information. Having some cash in small denominations can also be useful if electronic payment systems are down. Consider including a prepaid phone card or a spare charged cell phone if possible. Once you're on the move, navigating safely is paramount. In urban environments, blending in is your best strategy. Walk with purpose, but avoid drawing attention to yourself. Dress inconspicuously and avoid flashy or tactical gear that might make you stand out. Neutral colors like gray, brown, or dark blue can help you blend into the crowd. Understanding the terrain is essential. Familiarize yourself with landmarks and less traveled pathways. Knowing shortcuts or alternative paths can save you time and help you avoid congested or dangerous areas. Use alleyways, side streets, or pedestrian pathways when appropriate, but be cautious of potential risks in less populated areas. Practice situational awareness. Keep your head up, observe your surroundings, and note any changes in the environment. This includes listening for unusual sounds, noticing unusual activities, or spotting potential hazards. Avoid distractions like excessive phone use or listening to loud music. Being alert can help you identify and avoid potential threats before they become immediate dangers. Changing your appearance can help if you feel you're being watched or followed. Simple adjustments like reversing your jacket, putting on or taking off a hat, or changing your gait can make a difference. If you're carrying a backpack, consider covering it with a plain rain cover to obscure any distinctive features. Timing your movements is also important. Traveling during daylight might be safer in some situations, as it reduces the risk of accidents and helps you navigate more easily. However, in certain scenarios, moving under the cover of darkness might be advantageous, especially if you're trying to avoid congested areas. Always assess the situation and choose the timing that offers the most safety. Remember that visibility goes both ways. You can see others, but they can also see you. Establishing a temporary hide site can provide much-needed rest and a chance to reassess your plan. Look for locations that offer concealment and are off the beaten path. This could be a secluded area in a park, a quiet corner in a public building, or a natural shelter in a wooded area. Use this time to hydrate, eat, and check your supplies. Ensure you have an easy exit route in case you need to move quickly. Avoid staying in one place for too long if the situation is unstable. Resource management is critical during a bug out. Water is your top priority. In urban settings, look for public fountains, spigots, or collect rainwater if possible. Be cautious of water sources that might be contaminated. Always purify any water you collect before drinking using your filter or purification tablets. In natural environments, streams, rivers, and lakes can be sources of water. Remember that clear water isn't necessarily clean water. Always treat it before consuming. Regarding food, ration what you have carefully. Stick to scheduled meal times and avoid the temptation to snack frequently. This helps maintain your energy levels and ensures your supplies last as long as possible. If you're knowledgeable about foraging, you can supplement your supplies with wild edibles like certain berries, nuts, or plants. However, only consume what you're absolutely sure is safe. Mistakenly, eating toxic plants can lead to severe illness or worse. Shelter is essential for rest and protection from the elements. Your bug-out bag should include a lightweight tent, tarp, or emergency bivvy. These items can provide immediate shelter and are easy to set up. Learn basic shelter building techniques like creating a lean-to with branches and your tarp to enhance your options. In urban areas, you might use abandoned buildings for shelter, but be cautious of structural integrity and potential hazards like broken glass or unstable floors. Maintaining body temperature is crucial. In cold conditions, insulation from the ground can prevent heat loss. Use leaves, pine needles, or even your spare clothing beneath your sleeping area. In hot conditions, seek shade to avoid overheating and stay hydrated. Be mindful of weather changes and adjust your shelter accordingly. A sudden rainstorm can lead to hypothermia if you're unprepared. During a crisis, it's crucial to stay aware of your surroundings and avoid potential dangers. This includes being cautious of unfamiliar areas and staying away from high-risk zones like damaged buildings, flooded areas, or places with civil unrest. Natural hazards like unstable structures, fires, or wildlife can pose significant risks. Stay vigilant and avoid taking unnecessary risks. If you encounter others, maintain a friendly but cautious demeanor. Most people will be focused on their own safety, but it's important to trust your instincts. If a situation doesn't feel right, remove yourself from it as calmly and quickly as possible. Avoid revealing too much information about your plans or supplies to strangers. Stay updated on any official advisories or warnings. Authorities may provide information on safe zones, shelters, or areas to avoid. Use a battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts if other communication methods are down. If you're traveling through areas affected by natural disasters, be mindful of hazards like downed power lines, unstable structures, or flooded roads. Never attempt to drive or walk through floodwaters. Just 6 inches of moving water can knock you off your feet. Injuries can happen, and being prepared to handle them is vital. Use your first aid kit to treat cuts, scrapes, and burns promptly. Clean wounds thoroughly to prevent infection and keep them covered. Even minor injuries can become serious if left untreated. Be prepared to manage more serious injuries until professional help is available. Consider taking a basic first aid and CPR course. Knowledge is power, and in a crisis it can save lives. Understanding how to treat shock, hypothermia, heat stroke, or allergic reactions can be invaluable. Familiarize yourself with the signs of common medical emergencies and how to respond. Manage any chronic conditions by ensuring you have adequate medication. If you or a family member requires regular medical treatment, factor this into your evacuation plan by identifying medical facilities along your route. Carry a medical alert card detailing any significant health issues, medications, and emergency contacts. Practicing good hygiene is also important. Use hand sanitizer when washing facilities aren't available, and avoid touching your face to reduce the risk of illness. Regularly clean any utensils or containers you use for eating and drinking. Stay hydrated and well-nourished to keep your immune system strong. If you start feeling unwell, take it seriously and rest if needed. After the immediate danger has passed, you might consider returning home. Before doing so, ensure that it's safe. Check official updates for information on road conditions, structural damage, and any lingering hazards. Authorities may provide guidelines on when it's safe to return. Approach your home cautiously. Inspect the exterior for any signs of damage or forced entry. Look for broken windows, damaged doors, or signs of flooding. Be alert for hazards like gas leaks. If you smell gas or hear a hissing sound, evacuate immediately and contact the utility company. Once inside, conduct a thorough inspection. Check that utilities are functioning properly before using them. Turn off the main breakers if there's a risk of electrical hazards. If your home has been damaged, prioritize making it safe and secure. This might involve boarding up broken windows, repairing doors, or patching leaks. Document any damage with photos or videos for insurance purposes. Be prepared for emotional reactions upon returning. It's normal to feel a range of emotions, including relief, sadness, or anxiety. Seeking support from friends, family, or professionals can be helpful. Allow yourself time to adjust and don't rush the recovery process. Restock your supplies as soon as possible. Replace any items you used during the evacuation, and consider adding new items based on what you learned. Update your emergency plans to reflect any changes or insights gained from the experience. Experience is a great teacher. After going through a bug-out situation, take the time to evaluate your plan. What worked well? What didn't go as expected? Use these insights to refine your plan. Consider holding a family meeting to discuss everyone's perspectives. Regularly update your bug-out bag by replacing expired items and adjusting its contents based on any new needs or lessons learned. Check batteries, rotate food supplies, and ensure that clothing still fits and is appropriate for the season. Technology and products improve over time, so stay informed about new gear that could enhance your preparedness. Practice your evacuation plan periodically with your family so everyone remains familiar with it. Conduct drills under different scenarios and times of day to simulate various conditions. This not only reinforces the plan, but can also highlight areas for improvement. Stay informed about new technologies or resources that can enhance your preparedness. Join local preparedness groups or online communities to share knowledge and learn from others. Participate in community emergency response team training if available in your area. Ensuring that all family members are comfortable with the plan is crucial. Regular discussions and drills can help everyone feel more confident. Encourage questions and suggestions from all family members, including children, to make the plan as comprehensive as possible. As we wrap up, remember that a well-thought-out bug-out plan can make all the difference in a crisis. Preparation isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. By taking the time to plan, pack, and practice, you're ensuring the safety and well-being of yourself and your loved ones. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights on staying safe and prepared. Also, follow us on Facebook for regular updates, community discussions, and more valuable content. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, the best time to prepare was yesterday. The second best time is now. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.